Now, I always thought to myself, what if I was able to take over a club, build them up, and sign some of my favorite players in football? I'm talking about icons of the game, heroes of mine, and legends that made me fall in love with the sport like no one else could have. If I was to combine my favorite players from past, present, and future, how would they look in a side and how would they perform? So you know what, today, that is exactly what we're gonna find out. In this video, you'll find out some of my personal favorite players, some heroes of mine, my go-to wonder kids, and just some others thrown in the mix. It's going to be a weird combination, and today they are all coming into fruition on Southampton. We're going to be signing my ultimate dream team in FIFA 20 career mode. Why use Southampton, you ask? Well, I've barely used them on career mode this year, and I just feel like giving the Saints a go. I've always had a little soft spot for them ever since they got promoted to the Premier League. I always used to do career modes with them. The Saints are going to be lucky enough to take on some of my dream fantasy players. Don't berate me down in the comments. Like, keep in mind that some of the players that have been my favorites aren't in FIFA anymore. One, they don't have icon cards, they've never been a legend, so I couldn't have included them, and I didn't want to go through all the hassle in making them, creating them, so I've just stuck with players that are either in the game or have legend cards right now. We also will be using their best versions of their cards from Ultimate Team. I don't know, there's about 4 million versions of every single player in Ultimate Team. I can't keep track. We've transferred them over into career mode, and we're using their best versions yet, and just to make life a bit easier, we've gifted ourselves unlimited funds, just so we can sign everyone. You'll find out more when we get into the video, when we're signing players, bringing them into the club, and you'll get a little explanation on why they're my favorite players, what I love about them, and how they've impacted my life personally, I guess. Alright, so first up onto the podium, it's going to be a wonder kid. He falls in that bracket. It is Martin Odegaard, the Norwegian playmaker, of course, still at Real Madrid. He's transferred over to BCHD's dream team. This one does hold a bit of sentimental value because this was one of my first videos on the channel way back that actually kind of gained a bit of traction. I basically do what I do now. I created Martin Odegaard in FIFA 15 before he got added, and yeah, it just was one of my videos that performed really well on the channel for then back in 2014, just before he made his move to Real Madrid as well. So I guess a lot of people were searching for Martin Odegaard in FIFA, just somehow, even though it was one of the worst videos I think I've ever made, Martin Odegaard, I've always got a soft spot, a place in my heart for ya. And now to see him grow and develop at Real Sociedad, really step his career up after everyone thought he just killed off his career, it's inspiring to see. Martin Odegaard will be the first player to join us here in BCHD's dream team. I'm going to say for most of them, I can provide you guys with a little backstory, a little bit of context towards why I've signed them and why they deserve to be in my dream team. But for Andriy Lunin, he's a Ukrainian up-and-coming wonder kid goalkeeper, and he's just one of my personal favorites in FIFA 20. Nothing too deep like Odegaard. I'm just a big fan of Andriy Lunin, so welcome on into the club. There is no doubt, guys, that there is going to be a mad mix of players in this team. That was my aim from the get-go, and we've gone ahead, activated icons in career mode. We've signed up Alessandro Nesta, the OG, a defensive figurehead of Italian football, now manages my club Frosinone Calcio in real life, so it was a no-brainer to add Alessandro Nesta to the squad. It was recently his birthday as well. He's gone from a playing career to a managing career, and it's just an inspirational journey to watch. He's a fellow Italian stallion. Unfortunately, he never got to win the World Cup, but he's still a legend, not only in Italian football, but my eyes, which I guess is more important in this scenario. Welcome on over to the dream team. Our first icon we've picked up on a free deal as well, a 25-year-old Nesta. You can't have Nesta without Fabio Cannavaro. No words will do this man justice how I could explain him to you. He's just an actual, like, he's God in Italian football. Fabio Cannavaro, 25 years of age, the only defender to ever win a World Cup in his own right. 2006, the captain of the Italian national team, lifted up that glorious World Cup trophy. Our fourth World Cup title, we were champions, and he was a major influence. 2006 will never be forgotten. I'm so thankful, I'm so grateful that it happened in my lifetime as well, because who knows, I don't know when I'm going to see Italy next win a World Cup, or any silverware for that matter. Even 14 years later, we're going to put our hands up and say, you know what, that was a monumental time in football. Cannavaro, che capitano, welcome to the dream team. Unfortunately, because the other two were free agents, we weren't able to have that little animation graphic. Yuri Tillemans, however, is another wonder kid that fits into that category, and you guys guys know, if you've played career mode this past decade, you would know about Yuri Tillemans. I know it's kind of a meme, sign Yuri Tillemans and all of that, but I personally, even though there are some wonder kids that come and go, I'm not really a big fan of, but Yuri Tillemans has stuck with me basically ever since FIFA 14. I've loved the come-up story, I've loved the growth, and he's just had a beast potential. He's been a career mode god for years and years, and the consistency is insane. Now he's killing it in the Premier League with Leicester. Even though this face mod we've got on him right now makes him look like one of those side characters from SpongeBob, he will join us here at Dream Team FC. Now, when it came to a left back, I was pretty stumped. I didn't really have a favorite left back until I looked back on this season and saw the rise of Theo Hernandez at AC Milan. The Frenchman was an outcast at Real Madrid, and now he's joined the Rossoneri. He's been one of their top goal scorers at left back. He has single-handedly saved them in multiple situations. I just love his passion for the game. I love the way he shows his energy on the pitch, and he can just bang one out. He can bang one on the volley, off the corner, you name it. Theo Hernandez has been one of the most pivotal players, and still shows why, hey, wing-back positions, left-back, right-backs, they still have a pivotal role to play in modern-day football, and he's been one of my favorite players in the 1920 season, so he deserves a spot right here in this team. As we are well and truly building this squad up to greatness with some of my favorite players in world football, make sure, leave a comment down below, who've been your favorite players, wonder kids, and just icons from years gone by that have made you fall in love with football, or you have a weird story behind them. Let me know in the comments down below. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. Now, I already served you guys up a bit of an entree in that goalkeeping spot with Andre Lunin being our first #1 to sign. However, now it's time for the main course. Sir David De Gea of Manchester United. The Spanish shot stopper had to take over as Manchester United's new #1, and that 14-15 season where he just completely transformed himself from a young prodigy to one of the best goalkeepers in the world. It was so inspiring considering I was playing football at the time as a goalkeeper, and I just, I wanted to be a David De Gea. I wanted to be a spider monkey in goal. I wanted to keep as many clean sheets as possible, make as many saves as possible, and David De Gea, definitely watching him on TV, making all those saves, saving Manchester United time and time again. He's definitely up there as one of the best goalkeepers in the world for me. I know he's made a few mistakes, a few little hiccups along the road, but that happens to every player, not just goalkeepers. So David De Gea, welcome to Sir BCHD's dream team. Now, our defense and our goalkeeping position, they're looking world class. They're looking spot on. However, a double Ciro Immobile is going to pop up on your screen right now. The man standing behind the menus and the man unveiled towards the crowd. It is Europe's top goal scorer, one of the most informed players in the world right now. In terms of goal scoring, Ciro Immobile has just been a joy to watch at Lazio for the past few seasons or so. As a fan of Italian football, as an Italian myself, I've just loved seeing him score goal after goal, especially for Lazio as they've charged towards a Scudetto title race this season. He's low-key been a bit of a journeyman, going over to Spain, Germany, coming on back to Italy. However, in the last 3 years, I'd say at Lazio, he's transformed into a different machine. Whether it's using him in FIFA against friends or just watching him play in real life. I know there's going to be a lot of Italians in this video so far, but I've tried to keep things as balanced as possible. Ciro Immobile, the big money spent on the 94 rated striker. Welcome on over to the dream team. Now, we've already seen one striker join. However, the man that will be partnering Ciro Immobile up top is Kylian Mbappe. Not only one of my favorites in terms of being a wonder kid, I mean, only back in FIFA 16 he was added. Like, it's taken him 4 years to be part of the team of the year. He's also won the Coppa Award for being one of the best talents in the world. Won the Golden Boy Award in flying colors. He's won trophies with Monaco, PSG. Won a goddamn World Cup at 19 years of age, and he wasn't just sitting on the sideline, scored a goal in a World Cup final just like Pele did all those years ago as a teenager. I mean, I was 19 and I was making cringy FIFA videos on YouTube. The levels, the differences are just completely contrasting at the moment. You've got to respect him. The Frenchman has had one of the fastest come-up stories, and we've used his Team of the Year card, that 98 overall Mbappe. At this rate, this team is going to be invincible. I can just sense it. However, we've got another player alongside the lines of Theo Hernandez, someone who I've really fallen in love with this current season. It is going to be Joaquin Correa. It might come as a shock or surprise to a lot of you, but I've just enjoyed the way he's just so confident on the ball. He's dribbling. He's so underrated as well, and we've got to bring a bit of light to him. Joaquin Correa has been one of the best signings Lazio have made in such a long time. He fits their squad perfectly. He dribbles, he glides past these defenders, and the South American shows a lot of flair. He's been scoring goals, providing he can do it all. Play at cam, play at centre forward, and even at striker. At 24 years of age, I think he's got a massive future ahead of him, and and he's just only getting started. After signing the likes of Cannavaro and Nesta, I don't think Jose Maria Jimenez is getting anywhere near that backline. However, the Uruguayan, let me say my piece, hear me out. As a defender, as a player, I've always envisioned myself playing this kind of defensive style, the way Jose Maria Jimenez plays. He's solid, he's physical at the back, he pockets strikers and his attackers, and is sometimes impossible to get past. If I had to say who I think I play like in real life, even though I'm nowhere near the level of Jose Maria Jimenez or a professional football of that matter, I'd compare myself to a Jimenez at the back. Just a hard man, goes in for the tackles, fights for the ball, is very passionate, commanding. If I ever did turn professional and play at a centre back, I'd want to replicate this man's game 1000%. We just completed a bit of a low-key signing right there. However, Wayne Rooney, yes, the Manchester United legend, England top goal scorer, Manchester United's top club goal scorer for 135.5 million from DC United. He is one of those players that made me fall in love with football. Like, watching Manchester United back in the day, 2008, 2009, playing with him in FIFA, seeing him score those goals in real life, being on the cover of FIFA as well was a major part of that. Lifted up so many trophies for Manchester United, and I feel like he's a bit underappreciated in the English game. Like, people don't give him enough credit that he deserves. As a United fan, I adored him, and I still do to this day. I can't be having this. We've got to have Wayne Rooney at his iconic number 10 jersey. The number 10 and Wayne Rooney, they literally go together hand in hand. Name me a better duo, I'll wait. Now, to keep it going with this Manchester United theme right now, Cristiano Ronaldo. Yes, I know you all knew it was coming. It was either going to be Messi or Ronaldo, and no, this is not a selective answer to who I think is the best GOAT right now. I don't want to get into that debate right now or for today. This is just a completely different story. It just takes me back to the days playing with him on FIFA 07, back on the PS2, even on the Nintendo DS. Cristiano Ronaldo back at Manchester United. Those bring me back some happy memories as the Portuguese superstar. He went on to become something else throughout his career. One of the best players to ever play the game. A Portuguese hero, a Manchester United legend, CR7, welcome on over. When it comes to the Italians of this squad, we've signed up icons, World Cup winners, and right here we potentially have a future Italian hero in the making. The next Andrea Pirlo, they've been comparing him to him. I've picked up Sandro Tonali, and he just ticks so many boxes for me. We've got him up to that Future Stars card he did pick up in Ultimate Team a couple of months ago. He's standing at a 92 overall, and he's just a complete package for me. He's Italian, he's a wonder kid, he's just one of the best players you can buy in career mode, and he's a joy to watch. He's a pleasure on the ball, and he is just an immaculate, elegant player in midfield. He can play at that deep line playmaker role. He can also play in the midfield as a little box-to-box player. Going through the ranks at Brescia, he's now one of their first team players, and they could sell him for some big bucks to major European clubs, even outside of Italy. Sandro Tonali, I think I've said enough. I can't say enough because there's just too many things to say about him. There's too much to love. Now, depending on this video's reception, I might even do a part 2 on this. I know I've forgotten so many players and just players that aren't even in FIFA at the moment. We can't really add them in, so let me know. Do you want to see a part 2 down in the comments below of the honorable mentions that didn't make this first drafted dream team? I'm 1000% sure that this is the last Italian to join the team. Just hear me out. At the end of the day, it's a personal video. I got to explain the reasoning behind this, but it's Angelo Ogbonna. I can guess that this is probably the last person you expected to see in this video, but for £64.7 million, we've upgraded him to his flashback version in Ultimate Team, just in case you were wondering. I only found this out a couple of months back, actually. He is from Frosinone, where I'm from in Italy. He was born very close to where my family are from, in Cassino. He's gone on to play for the likes of Torino, Juve, West Ham in the Premier League, and I can't believe I only just found that out a couple of months ago. He's, of my knowledge, one of the only players born in Frosinone that have made it up to a significant level like Ogbonna has. He's a figure that divides opinion. Paul Pogba, you can't deny that he is a generational talent, the French midfielder. The minute I heard that Paul Pogba was arriving, returning to Manchester United, I copped that jersey like it was nothing. At this stage of his career, I just feel like you either love him or hate him. I'm definitely in the love camp. I don't know if United should sell him or actually just keep him at the club to see what he could do with all the new signings coming in at the moment and our good run of form. The current global pandemic has not helped one bit. However, Paul Pogba hasn't really played all too much this season. He is a World Cup winner at the end of the day, so just like Mbappe at the end of the day, he can flex his World Cup trophy. I mean, I don't have a World Cup trophy. A lot of other professional footballers have played many years and have never won a World Cup either. So he's one of my favorites, and I hope he stays at Manchester Manchester United. Oh, the Pogba hate crusade. Please don't come attack me. Our midfield right now, it is dripping with sauce. And when I say dripping, it is flowing. It is going to be a wonder in midfield to have Sergej Milinkovic-Savic. Just been a fan of the way how Inzaghi has built up that team from nobodies to somebodies. And Sergej Milinkovic-Savic, like they bought him for £4 million and now United were even coming in for him in the summer for like 100 plus. I admire his baller-like mentality in the midfield, like the Serbian. He's just a powerhouse. He can do it all. He can play in every single midfield spot. I bet Southampton don't even know what have hit them right now. So BCHD has just come in and we have spent nearly £2 billion in the process of this transfer window. We're getting towards the business end of rounding up this final dream team at the moment, and this one might be a player for the future in terms of my favorite type of players, but it's Bruno Fernandes. I know he just recently joined Manchester United. It's another United player to add to the collection. However, the Portuguese maestro, he's our Magnifico, and he's been putting in MVP-like performances. I mean, he's already gotten a Team of the Season card in Ultimate Team. He's thrived under the pressure. Now, most of our talent batch has been coming from Italy, and we're going to cap that off here with a Napoli duo as we have Kalidou Koulibaly, the Senegalese defender, joining on into the club. Another player who I'd like to base my defensive type game off in real life. Amazing to see him lead that Napoli team almost to a Scudetto over Juventus, scoring that winning header. If you know, you know. Fabian has been another recent player in the Serie A. Definitely last year when he did arrive, you could tell there was something special about him. He's got that bit about him. When I mean elegant, he is absolutely poetic on the ball. Fabian, he's got that left foot finesse shot. He can just crack one from outside the box, and I've just got to adore his midfield prowess. He's a long shot taker, and the Spaniard definitely has a future, not only for Napoli, but for the Spanish national team. He's pragmatic. He's got everything you need for a modern day midfielder, and I cannot speak highly enough of the lad. It's definitely a meme at this point. He is known for his Jesus-esque appearance, his luscious beard, and his amazing goals. He's a player you've probably never heard of before, Davide Moscardelli. He is a journeyman, and he's just an underappreciated cult hero. He's been around pretty much every club in the book, Italian football, in the Serie B, in Serie A. He's been around the block, let's just say, and he's 39 years of age. If there was one player I wish had a face scan in the game right now, it is Moscardelli. I mean, that luscious long hair, the ginormous beard he's got going in real life. I'll flash a picture of him up right now. I mean, I don't know how it's gotten to that. That's probably going to be me by the time isolation finishes. Look up highlights of him on YouTube. He has scored some of the most ridiculous, acrobatic, outrageous goals. You name it, Moscardelli has scored it. Currently playing for Pisa right now in the Serie B. I was actually going to watch him play in real life. I was going to attend the live game at Frosinone versus Pisa, the last day of the Serie B season. I could have seen Moscardelli in the flesh, his luscious beard right in front of my eyes. We all know what happened to that dream. Yes, it just got flushed down the drain. Nevertheless, we can sign him for my dream team here in FIFA 20, so I guess this is a little bit of a consolation. It would be rude of me not to. We're including Mario Götze in this dream team, the German, a World Cup winner, scored that famous goal in extra time, breaking Argentinian hearts. The German, well before that moment, was one of my favorite wonder kids in the FIFA 12, FIFA 13 era of this game. A career mode legend, and he was a go-to for me. Definitely one of my top 2 career mode wonder kids of all time. Mario Götze's career kind of fell off. Injuries and also some health problems here and there. He hasn't achieved the success that everyone once thought he was. He once had 90 potential. I've definitely represented my Italian heritage and culture in this video a lot with all the footballers, and rightfully so. They've developed some of the best footballers of all time. However, it's time for me to show some love to Australia and our upcoming wonder kid at the moment. Considering I've spent the majority of my life living in Australia, it is Daniel Arzani coming to represent the Aussies. He's been our first up-and-coming rising talent for quite a while now, and I actually was in the same nightclub as him 2 years ago, right before he left to join the World Cup squad in Russia. I found out after that night, so no, I don't have a picture to show. I didn't get a selfie with him. Hopefully Daniel Arzani and I can link up one day, and I'll have a photo to show. But for now, it was a missed opportunity back in 2018. My ultimate squad of players have been signed in career mode, and he puts the cherry on top of this cake ever so nicely, being the one and only Australian representative. And here's how we're lining up so far. Immobile, Mbappe up top. Rooney has been downgraded, and all of his upgrades have literally gone since the start of the month. So we're going to have to put in Götze in that cam/center forward role. he'll be on the bench. That midfield of Tonali, Pogba, Ronaldo on the left, Odegaard on the right, and surely our back three, our defense, isn't going to concede a goal all year, it looks like. Nesta, Cannavaro, Koulibaly, and De Gea in between the sticks. It's going to take something out of this world. It's the Great Wall of Italy combining together, and we also do have some star-studded players in this lineup. That has been my dream team. That is the general overview, consisting of my favorite players, wonder kids, and everywhere in between. We are now going to simulate this season, see what this squad can win, and witness this dream team win some silverware. Were there really going to be any doubts right here? Not only did BCHD's dream team take out the Premier League, we finish on top, invincible, 108 points to our name. No, we do not take no L's, but what I do see, where is Manchester United? Oh my goodness, where is Manchester United? Where is Manchester United? They finished in 16th. I've got the realism mod on right now, so that was a reason why a lot of the transfers were really expensive. Yeah, okay, I did not expect that. It wasn't to be in the FA Cup as a championship side. Take out the trophy. That is the first time I've seen it in career mode. Maybe it's because of this realism mod, and my dream team ended up getting knocked out so early, in fact, that it was in round 3 to Manchester City 2-1. We made up for it though in the Carabao Cup. We took it out 2-0 against Arsenal. We knocked out Everton 6-0, Chelsea 4-1, a 2-0 win against Wolves. We just swept aside every single opposition. I'm gonna go into season 2 and hopefully I want to win the Champions League. I don't know if anyone's surprised after we take a look at our top goal scorer, Kylian Mbappe, 26 goals, 18 assists. Right behind him is Ciro Immobile. Yeah, a lot of the overall upgrades that we gave him have gone down, so that's why you see the -8 to Immobile, as big old Bruno Fernandes managed 18 goals, 9 assists. Our assist king, our master in the midfield, Sandro Tonali, he can provide them, he can score them with a 40 goal contribution season. The 92 rated midfielder taking over here and making it a squad of his own. Cristiano Ronaldo, 12 goals and 3 assists. Meanwhile, Paul Pogba still showing his worth with 12 goals and 11 assists. Mario Götze in that number 10 cam position, 11 goals and 6 assists. Martin Odegaard on that right hand side with 14 assists and 9 goals. Nesta even got on the score sheet, 3 goals and 2. Wayne Rooney had that -13 downgrade. Yeah, okay, that's a bit harsh on him. 2 goals and 2 assists for the veteran. And David De Gea had a pretty rosy time in net with 32 clean sheets. On to next season we go, and not only do I want to win the treble and be invincible, but make it all the way to the Champions League final. That is our aim, as Sir BCHD's dream team take on their second season. You guessed it, baby, 2 seasons in a row, and we are still maintaining that 100% record. Invincible, champions, 114 points, the maximum return we could have got. We defended our crown in flying colours, sitting in 12th position. Manchester United, oh my goodness, they've been doing terribly. And it's West Brom, Sheffield United, and Fulham all getting relegated. Meanwhile, we'll take a look at the Community Shield against Stoke City, the FA Cup champions. We took them out 1-0. We're dominating domestically over here, as in the FA Cup. It's a replay of the Carabao Cup final last year, as we take on Arsenal at Wembley, and we're going to simulate that one. Hopefully, we took out Brighton in a South Coast derby in the Carabao Cup 2-0. We have the chance to not only win the domestic quadruple, but the Champions League as well, as we are in an all-English final alongside Manchester City. Breezing past PSG, Juventus, and also Bayern Munich in the semi-finals. We now meet up with the citizens. First game on the agenda is going to be this FA Cup final. That is the lineup. We're going to simulate this, and considering we have the realism mod, we're going to watch it play out just like the good old days, and we're just going to see what is going to happen in this FA Cup final. Can we go and win the domestic quadruple? Can we win every trophy available to us as Mbappe opens up proceedings? He's gonna head and do the double in the first half, and we are just getting started right now. The Frenchman carrying this squad to glory as we reach the last few minutes. I don't think Arsenal coming back in this one, as we finish up 3-0 victors. Mbappe with the hat-trick. Pogba is suspended for this Champions League final, so you know what? Milinkovic-Savic will take his place. Can my dream team win every trophy possible? That's what we're going to find out, as Manchester City are sitting in between us and a Champions League trophy. Let's see what the citizens have to offer, as Odegaard opens up proceedings 2 minutes in, and the Norwegian isn't wasting any time as we go 1-0 up. Can the Saints pull through? Can Sir BCHD's men come with the victory? As we are in the first half, we still haven't made the second. Alessandro Nesta Is he a hero turned villain? He's got a red card. We're down to 10 men. Gertz has come on and scored a goal. And John Stones with half the deficit. Are we going to have some late minute drama? Are we going to have some insane finishes to the Champions League final? It was an early scare. Nesta with the double yellow card. And oh my goodness, I was getting scared there for a second. However, Mario Götze, just like in the World Cup final 2014, he's come on in the Champions League final in 2021 and he scored the winner. They definitely gave us a run for our money, but we pulled through. And just one final overview of the stats. Come the end of Season 2, it was actually Mario Götze, our top goal scorer, 44 goals and 19 assists in 57 appearances. Meanwhile, Kylian Mbappe, I thought he would be top of the ranks. However, no, he's finished in second with 40 goals and 23 assists. Bruno Fernandes has come in both categories, double figures. That is very spicy indeed, as his fellow Portuguese veteran, the legend CR7, with 19 goals and 3 assists. Sandro Tonali continues getting assist after assist, the main playmaker in the middle, 34 assists and 12 goals. Meanwhile, Paul Pogba was injured for that final, however, managed to pick up 21 goal contributions. And Fabio Cannavaro at the back, 7 goals and 5 assists. Che Capitano. Daniel Arzani even managed to get some game time. 40 appearances. Okay, that was extremely high numbers from the Australian. As we move down, I don't think there is all too much to report on. Moscardelli, Rooney managing to get a goal, which is a nice little touch. And David De Gea with the assist and 48 clean sheets. That is going to wrap it up for my fantasy ultimate dream team in FIFA 20 career mode. They managed to win it all. They took home every single trophy possible, dominating domestically and dominating Europe. So hopefully you all did enjoy. You got to learn a bit more about me in terms of being a football fan and appreciating the players of the game. If you did, make sure to drop a like down below, hit subscribe, turn on those notifications if you want to keep up to date with all the content coming out on the channel. Follow me on Twitter, the link is in the description. Make sure to comment down below your favorite players, your favorite wonder kids, and everything in between. I have been BCHD. Have a nice day, and I'll catch you all in the very next video.